So now let's talk about a little bit of my history and a little bit of few of the things that I've learned that helped me to become successful in network marketing. By the time I was 27, 28 years old, I was earning $30,000, $35,000 a month, which back in those days was a lot of money. But the things I learned helped me to do that. The things I learned, of course, about network marketing, that you can start with very little and build something incredible. That you start with one person at a time, and then 2 people, and then 3 people. First thing you know, you've got 4 or 5 people involved with you in your organization. You first start with 5 or 10 customers, and then 40 or 50 customers, and then 100 customers. And so that philosophy of building person by person is very, very powerful. And that's why Mark chose this method of marketing. So I'd like to discuss some of Mark Hughes's philosophy. I'd like to give you some of the company philosophy. I'd like to give you some of my personal philosophy that I think will be beneficial to make this meeting here today very, very worthwhile. First of all, let me give you just a bit of the personal philosophy that really changed my life. In order to be successful, number 1 is to develop multiple skills. I was taught this back when I was 25 years old. When my first skill, of course, milking cows out on the farm, but it didn't pay very well. So here's what my mentor said when I was 25 years old: you must learn more than one skill. And especially now that we're entering the 21st century, if you are going to give someone excellent personal advice, here's the best advice you could give someone if they said, looks like you're successful. What personal advice would you give me for me to be successful? And here's what you should tell them. There's going to be fantastic opportunity in the 21st century. Not only in China, but every country of the world. Now that democracy and freedom and liberty is really sweeping the world, and now that capitalism, how to start with so little and develop service for the marketplace, is now the order of the day, opportunity in the 21st century is going to be unlimited. Now, especially for Herbalife, because the market for Herbalife products is more than we can even comprehend. Someone said to me not long ago, isn't $1 billion a year in sales a lot of sales? And I said, yes, but compared to the world market, it's like a grain of sand on the seashore. How much is $2 billion a year in sales? It's like 2 grains of sand on the seashore compared to the potential market around the world. When we get to 3 billion, that will be like 3 grains of sand on the seashore. Herbalife cannot grow fast enough to keep up with the market. We started selling Herbalife products 21 years ago in America. Today, there are more overweight people in America than there were when we started 21 years ago. And we're doing pretty good business in America. But we've only just barely touched the opportunity. So for the world as a whole, I think the 21st century is going to be a tremendous century of opportunity. But for Herbalife, it's going to be an unusual opportunity. Now, to take advantage of that opportunity, here's what you need. Number 1, multiple skills. More than one skill. When I was introduced to network marketing, I started learning these skills. Here's the first one I learned: how to make a sale, how to get a customer. I learned that skill, representing my product in the marketplace, getting people to say, yes, I will use your product. Now I've got 2 skills, milking cows and making sales. Guess which one paid better? Making sales, getting customers. Then I learned to recruit, build an organization, invite people to look at the opportunity and to join the company. And I found that recruiting people, getting them to do what you're doing, and if you're making an extra $100 a week selling Herbalife products, it's pretty easy to show someone how you're making this extra money just by doing a few simple things, learning about the product, sharing it with other people. And I learned that recruiting paid extremely well. Because the marketing plan that I saw in the beginning was just two circles. One circle said, this is you, and you can sell this product and earn money. The second circle underneath said, you can introduce someone else to this business and help them to sell the product so that they can make money. Then the company will pay you extra money. That's what I saw at first. I only asked one question. How many of these people can I recruit to show them what I'm doing so that I'll make the extra money? And the answer was, as many as you wish. You can introduce as many people as you wish to the business. When I heard that, here was my comment. Then I shall become wealthy. If there's no limit to the number of people that I can introduce to the business to show them what I'm doing so that they can make extra money, and then I not only make money on my own sales, but I make extra money by helping them to be successful. If that's unlimited, then my first response was, I shall become wealthy. That's all of the marketing system I really needed to see and to hear about for me to get excited about recruiting. Now, recruiting involves just three simple things. One is inviting people to look at the opportunity. The first people I wanted to look, of course, was my friends and relatives. And I said to them, it's not important to me that you join what I've got. It's not important to me that you buy, but it is important that you look. Because a year from now, if I'm doing very well, I wouldn't want you to call and say, how come you didn't call me? You didn't share with me this opportunity. And since I don't want that to happen a year from now, I'd like for you to at least look. I'm going to get plenty of people to join, so it's not important to me that you join, but it is important to me that you at least look. And so I learned to give a good invitation. Here was also one of my good invitations. I would be talking to someone and I would say, have you found the opportunity that's going to be excellent for financial opportunity for you and your family forever? Have you found the opportunity that's going to provide financial security for you and your family? If the answer was no, here was my second question. Are you actively looking for the opportunity that's going to provide financial security for you and your family? And if the answer to that question was no, then I said, let me give you the best advice perhaps that you've ever heard. The best advice you've ever heard. Because this advice was given to me. If you haven't found the opportunity that's going to provide financial security for you and your family, the advice that was given to me was you should start actively looking. Every week, you should spend some time looking for the opportunity that's going to provide financial security for you and your family. So the advice that was given me helped me to quickly find Herbalife this opportunity. And so I would offer you that same advice. Actively look so that you can report to your family, I'm still looking for the opportunity that's going to make us financially successful for the rest of our lives. I'm actively looking. So if you would accept my advice and to actively look, my opportunity, I can show you right away. If you have time, we can get together, just can come to a meeting where we share the opportunity. And if you looked at the opportunity I have, and if that's not for you, then here would be my advice. Keep looking until you find the opportunity that's going to give you financial security for you and your family forever. That was one of my invitations. So I learned to invite. Then I learned that there were two kinds of meetings, two kinds of presentation. One was informal, just person to person. Wherever, in a coffee shop, having a cup of coffee, talking to someone person to person. Because Herbalife is a fairly simple plan. You can sell this product, then you can introduce someone to sell the product, show them what you're doing, making an extra $100 a week. And for doing that, they make some money, but you also make some extra money. It's very simple to share the plan. Then there's the formal meeting, and you all know what the formal meeting is, where someone describes the history of the company, someone describes the product, someone does the marketing, and then you finish up the meeting asking people to consider being a part of Herbalife. Now, I learned recruiting. So first of all, I learned sales. That greatly changed my income. Second, I learned recruiting. And of course, that multiplied my income some more. So now I've got how many skills? 3, milking cows, making sales, recruiting people. Here's the next skill that really helped my business to grow, and that's organization. Once you've got 4 or 5 people, you organize them to work together. Because working together in Herbalife is very powerful. You've already learned that, and it's the reason you've grown so fast. Getting people to work together. Here's why: to share testimonials. If you and I have just a little small meeting and you've invited 2 guests and I've invited 2 guests, when our meeting is finished, the guests I've invited join, and I ask them, what caused you to join after this meeting? And here's what they might say: it was your partner's testimony. Your partner's testimonial. Maybe my testimonial would have been enough, but that extra testimonial by working with someone helped to make the difference. So working together is powerful because we get to share testimonials. And we don't know which testimonial might be the most effective in helping us to get someone to join the business. Also, working together creates extra power, extra enthusiasm. There's an ancient phrase that says, if 2 or 3 agree on a common purpose, nothing is impossible. If 2 or 3 agree on a common purpose, nothing is impossible. The power of 2 or 3. You don't need 2 or 3,000, but just 2 or 3 getting together, saying, let's do it. So here's the most powerful incentive, especially in business. It's not you go do it, it's let's go do it. Let's you and I do it. Let's you and I get healthy. As soon as you've been introduced to Herbalife products, you can actually sell the product before you have any results. Here's how you do that. You sell anticipated results. I found this incredible product, and it looks like, from the testimonials I've heard and the testimonials I've read, it looks like I'm going to get fantastic results. Wouldn't you like to get started the same time I do? So the same day you hear about Herbalife, you can actually sell it. You say, well, no, you've got to wait for results. And the answer is no. You can sell anticipated results. As soon as you join the business, you can recruit someone. I've just found this opportunity, and it looks like it's going to be financial opportunity for me, best I've ever had. It looks like I'm going to be incredibly successful. It looks like it's going to make me financially secure. Even part-time, it looks like it's going to double my income. Wouldn't you like to get started? So you can recruit someone right away. As soon as you've heard the opportunity, you can introduce someone to the opportunity by telling them about anticipated results. Looks like I'm going to get great results on the product, and it looks like this is the opportunity that's going to make me financially secure. Wouldn't you like to look, or wouldn't you like to join? That's very powerful. So I learned to recruit. I learned to sell.
Yo, Jim Rohn going crazy. I actually never seen that video. So most of the videos that I play for you guys, or for the call or whatever, I've seen them in part, or I've watched them, right? That one I never seen before, because I was looking it up and I was like, I never seen him on the stage like that. Let me actually play it. And then I've watched it a little bit. I'm like, oh, he's going stupid. So, yeah. Anyway, Jerry Cooper, Active World Team. Let's get it. It's really exciting, man. Been in the business, will be officially signed up for 6 years in July, but actually doing the business like 4.5, 5, going on 5-ish years. Active Royal team member. It's been exciting, man. It's been a magical ride. Been to a lot of events. Went to an event this weekend, which was actually my first event 5 years ago, was it? 2014? Yeah, 5 years ago. Actually, this event 5 years ago was my first event that actually made me be like, yo, like this is actually bigger than what I thought it was. This is actually something that I could do. This is something that I can actually get my dreams out of, right? So when I actually realized that, I was still in a conflicted space because I was playing basketball in college. So for me, I knew I could do something with Herbalife, but my dreams was already going this way. But luckily, right, because of when I stopped playing basketball, I was already doing Herbalife. I just allowed that to take the space. And it's just like in basketball, right? I was talking to Dolly about this. Whenever she gets on the call, whenever she watches this, I was talking to her about this the other day. It's just like when you get into Herbalife, right? When you become a distributor, boom, you made it to the league. But just because you're in the league don't mean you playing. You the last man on the bench. So therefore, in turn, you got to work on your game, right? So working on your game in Herbalife is like, listen, I may be a great person one-on-one to talk to, but I may be getting afraid in front of people, right? In front of a big crowd. I might be afraid to speak in front of people, right? Or it may be like, listen, I do really good on social media, but I'm not really good at talking to people face to face. Or it may be like, listen, I don't know anything about working out, but I do know about nutrition. Or I barely know about nutrition, but I really know about working out. So overall, or it might be like, yo, I'm really afraid to go up to people and talk to face. Like, I don't know how to approach people. Whatever the case may be for you, right? It's just like playing in any kind of league when you first start playing. You got to get better, right? So you got to add the dribbling to your game. You got to add the shot to your game. You got to be able to play more defense. You got to be able to get strong. Just like in Herbalife, you got to do those things as well so you can become a better distributor, right? So then you become a starter. So then you become a really good player in the league, an all-star. Then you become a Hall of Famer and a champion. That's the thing. So being a Hall of Famer for us is going press. Raise your hand if you want press. Right. So we playing the long game for the most part. Right? So if we playing for the long game, if we want to be great, we have to do those things that we're weak in so we become better overall. Does that make sense? Awesome. I know that was lightweight bars coming off the top, and that's how we coming today because LDW was super dope. So raise your hand if you want to. Actually, don't raise your hand if you want to LDW. We're just going to straight into it. Unmute yourself and speak about your experience. If it was your first time. So for the first timers who it was their first time going to LDW, let them go first. So one of you guys, Marcus, go ahead, unmute yourself. We're finna get it cracking. Everybody take your notes down. Listen, whatever you gotta do, put it in your phone and your notes because I'm sure he's gonna say a lot of good things. I'm gonna say a lot of good things. Everybody that's in it is gonna say a lot of good things. So let's do it.
All right. So can y'all hear me good? Y'all can hear me? All right, cool. So this is my first LDW, San Francisco. And this...
First of all, shout out for qualifying to go, my brother. Let's go. First of all, shout out for qualifying to go to LDW in the first place. But continue, my bad.
Right on. Appreciate you. So yeah, LDW was really, really, really impactful. And I say that word as the kind of the main way to kind of experience it because it really impacted me in so many ways. I guess the first thing was pretty much the main speaker, which was Blair Murphy, who was based out in the East Coast. And the main thing that she really just like pointed out mainly was vision, purpose, and value. Those three things was the only thing that was really what clicked out throughout the whole weekend. And it was repetitive, but it was in different sequences of how to use those three words inside the business. The main thing that really got me on the first part that she talked about today, mainly, because yesterday I forgot my notebook. so I had to go on my phone, but I'm going to go off what I have my notes right here. The main thing that she said first off was people go far for what you place in value. So that can go off of recognition of what your value is, for yourself or for your organization. So it can be more personal, or it can be as in the whole of your business. So if you can't find that out yet, the progress of getting to there will help you step up on that. So even on top of that would be like the road to success. So documented volume points will exceed out to having vacations to get to you, promotions, first cut, second cut, diamonds, and all that. So trying to place your value for what can elevate your business and also yourself too. Something that a phrase that she caught me off guard on that really stuck out. Where's it at? Hold on. Don't be afraid of your struggles. Use them in a way that gives you motivation and overcome them. So if you're like what Jerry was saying, whatever your weak standpoints are, use those weaknesses as strengths to overcome them. Once you find those weaknesses to overcome them, you can progress heavily in your business, and take whatever failures you had and to help the person next, with you, help them with their struggles from what your experiences were. So that was very, very, very important to me. And pretty much just to relate what I got from her whole speech, the past 2 months haven't been my strong point, because I was telling Amanda this on my way home from yesterday that the last 2 months I've had was pretty much like not a drag, but it was a slow pace for me, because I was doing what I was already to get to where I was at now, which is supervisor. So to own up to that and know that I've fallen back for what my work was, I got to get back on what I was doing to get to supervisor. I got to get back onto what I was doing to get there, and being consistent. If I stay consistent, then my document volume will stay consistent. My business will stay consistent. What else? Another thing that was cool was clarity equals confidence. These are little like bullet points I had. Clarity equals confidence. Utilize the team to post. So be sure. Oh, actually, no, scratch that. This is actually the main one right here. So with post on social media, she said, don't just post things on social media as like just to do it. Have intentive, or be intentive, and have purpose for it. Like do it for a reason of why you're posting, or then what's the point of doing all that in general? Because it's supposed to have some type of meaning to it. So be honest and don't do it just for a because. What else? Everything else is on my phone that I have, but those was mostly from today. And I guess the main thing was really just stay consistent and don't set back on what you've already accomplished. Go for more. If you already got something that's already been set in stone, don't stop on that. Don't settle for less. Keep going for more and grow. But yeah, I guess that's it right there.
I definitely agree with the last thing you just said about don't just stop there, go for more. Because you can definitely get comfortable, and say you set a goal. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was just like, "Oh, okay. I like how much money you want to make in the next 30 days?" And they was like, I don't know, like maybe like 200. And I'm like, all right, bet. So when you make that 200, how much more do you think you can make after that? They was just like, I don't know. And I'm like, listen, you could go for way more than 200. Like you can do 200.
Double it, triple it, quadruple it.
You could double up, quadruple up, make it 6. You know what I'm saying? You can do more than that. So don't just, when you set your goal, yes. But when you hit the goal, don't stop the momentum that got you there. Keep that shit going. Keep the foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like blast through the results. Blast through the goal. Because when you do that, you're going to create so much more space for so many more people that's following you to say, yo, I can do that too. And when you're doing that, that increases everything. That increases the royalties. That increases the lifestyle. That just increases the overall momentum within the whole organization when you decide to go for it. Because the pace start with you. But anyway, somebody want to go next out of their first time? Lois, go ahead, definitely.
All right, yo, what's up? Uh, so the first thing that I really took from her, and like I took it a little differently than she meant it, but when she said she was trying to impact the masses one connection at a time, because it's like I get so caught up when we're sitting here, we get fired up after the calls, get fired up after the events, talk about press team and the lifestyle, you kind of forget to, you kind of like look past all the steps it takes to get there. So you kind of, you're like, it sucks when you're not there yet because all you can see is that, but you don't see everything you have to do to get there. So that's kind of like what my problem is sometimes. Like I'll dream big, but don't act out what I need to do to get to the big dream. So that was kind of cool. I have talked to her about it when we're after the event, and then she said it once on the first day, and then she kind of got into it the next day when she said that people always say that like money is evil, and every time when she used to watch Disney movies, all the bad guys are always rich, powerful people, but money isn't evil; it just gives you options. It's like don't be afraid to like. It just matter what you do with your money. It's not you're not bad for making money. You just got to do it the right way. And yeah, so that was a couple things I got. I didn't want to, take everything, but good.
No, I definitely believe that. And people always say, oh, money's the root of all evil. And I just think that money just amplified what's already inside, whatever you got going on. It's just like, if you was going to do bad things, if you was going to make bad decisions with money beforehand, when you get more, that's just, you know what I'm saying? It's not like your habits going to change. So, but you can change your habits. You can actually just, get better. But it's just like, if you just happen to fall into a lot of money, more than likely, it's just going to amplify the things that you couldn't do that was already within your realm of bad decisions. So it do give you options.
I remember the name. She said you can't help the broke if you're one of them. You can't help people if you broke. You got to go get your money too.
Right. Yeah, she was saying that in reference to like, well, okay, I don't know. I know I've run into people where they be like she said, like, oh, I don't really care about the money. I just like helping people. And it's like, if you broke yourself, you can't go help the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to be the example, have resources, be able to do the certain things. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, she said, you can't help the broke if you one of the broke. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna teach you how to get money and myself, I ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Like, that don't make no sense. But anyway, who else wants to go? That was their first time, or whoever just wants to go next. Just unmute yourself. Oh, bet. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and pick then, or I'm going to just go ahead and pick. And Halika, you could go.
Let me...
Whoa!
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh,
we also need to see you.
Yesterday,
I
took.
Wait.
Wait, what?
You gotta put your video on.
How do you? I don't know how to do both. Can you still hear me?
There we go. We can. There you go. Hey.
Yesterday, what did I get? Same. I put down you can't help the broke if you're one of them. Also, I don't know, I just really like it was different experience. Like she was really cool. Like she knew what she was talking about. Also like how she was talking about, hold on, let me look at my notes. Let me go back to my notes real quick. Let me see. Like also about knowing your budget and don't be the one that's like out there trying to act like you got it and you really don't. Like if you have to stay home, in order to hit press team, like how she was saying how she would go to good like something like Goodwill to get her pants. Like don't just, once you get the money, don't just start using it. Like start having 4 months of savings as well. I don't know, that's what I got. Mute me.
Oh my God. Yeah. So basically, what she was saying was for when Helica was just referencing was that if you're gonna if you're gonna go full time in the business, right? Before you go full time, have 4 months of your bills saved up. So whatever your rent, mortgage, your car payment, all groceries that you got to do, other, whatever debt you might pay monthly, whatever that may be for you, right? Have 4 months of that saved up before you decide to go full time. So if that's the case, have your check starting to match that income that you're making from your job to also pay off your expenses, and then go full time in the business. And then when you do start making the good money, don't just start off the rip just going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just made my first $10,000 check. I'm about to go get a Hellcat. Like, no, that's not what you do. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Collect a few $10,000 checks. Make that 10,000, 12, 15. You know what I'm saying? Stack it up a little bit, then decide to do some smart things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anybody else want to go that also went to the event? Actually, I'm calling on somebody. Protect yourself. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, protect yourself financially by making smart decisions with your money. Also, she was talking about hiring people as you start to make more money. Hiring financial advisors, hiring investment people, those things, hiring a tax person, because she was talking about how she got hit with a fat income tax payment or whatever, or her taxes that she has to pay on the income was super fat at the end of the year. And she was like, damn. So, yeah. Jorge, go ahead.
What's up, guys? The biggest takeaway I got was burning your boats. Burning your boats, and just, if you're gonna take over the island, you got to take over. To me, that hit me the biggest one, because for those of you that don't know, I've been self-employed for a few months now, and even though I've been self-employed and it's been taking a lot of work to maintain myself at that level, I feel like I still have left a few boats there, like backup plan B. Not really a plan B like to go do something, but holding me back from fully president's team, extra Jorge. So that was just the biggest thing. That one, I mean, everything was good. I think we could all agree that the whole overall was definitely a great LDW. There was a lot of nuggets, a lot of informational, motivational, and inspirational things. Great vibes. But to me, that was the biggest one, considering the position I'm at right now. That was the biggest one, to just burn all my boats, and if I'm gonna take over, that's the only way it's gonna happen. And same for you guys. For everybody. Y'all can mute me too.
You guys are funny. No, I definitely agree with that, man. Like, burn the boat, burn them, take over the island and create whatever is yours. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, whatever, in whatever capacity that you want it as well. Don't think that you have to want press team if you're going to do it seriously. Like, whatever your level of serious is, burn the boats on that level.
All right. Oh, one last thing. I hella just remembered. Towards today's day 2, she said something about her teammates, that they've been doing like the same. What was it? Daily method DOM or DMO, daily method of operate DMOs for the past 3 years, and now it's like paying off. So it was just, I guess that goes back to being consistent. Just, whatever Marcus hit on it too, that whatever he was doing to get to his supervisor to start doing it again. And same for all of us too. I think we've all of us in this call have at least had a good month, or a good part of time where everything was just like da. But then boom, we slipped on it. So let's just keep at it and then see where it pays off.
Stay in consistent action, essentially. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
I hear that for sure, definitely. Amanda, yeah, definitely. I'm around, definitely. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, everyone said key points of what I want to say, so I'm gonna just add on to it. So, day one, she talked about finances, and everyone here is in Herbalife to make money. Yes, to help people, but overall, for sure, to make money. That's the whole reason why we signed up in the first place. And when she was on stage, I felt when she said this, she said she never wants to be in a position where she's not able to afford something. And that, like, I understood and I felt that 100% because I never want to put myself in a position where I cannot do something or I cannot put my money out or be limited for finance reasons. So that feeling, that's a shitty situation. I'm sure all of us have been in a position where we cannot afford to do something. So, and it just makes us feel like feel broke. No one wants to feel broke. It's not a good feeling. And she did say money gives you more options, which is true. So the more money you have, the more you can do whatever you want. The more masses that you get to create for your life, and the more masses that you get to create for other people, and you get to attract more people into your life and into your business and impact those around you one by one. So in order to have the money goal that you want, you need to have clarification of what financial goal that you want for your life, for the rest of your life, and where you want to go. So she broke it down on how to figure out how we want our financial goals. You have to write it down on a piece of paper. On one side of the paper, you write goals and your wants. One of them is goals, so you write down all the goals and everything that you want. And then the other side of the paper, you write down how much it costs to get all those things, like your dream house, your dream car, school, hairs, nails, shoes, anything that you ever dreamed of. You write down next to it how much it costs, and then what level of the marketing plan do you need to be at to be able to afford all those things, plus along with giving yourself an extra allowance, plus putting away 10% of your check every month, so you have that savings. That way you have an emergency that you can go to and not have to worry about it, so you have that financial protection for yourself. Another thing she touched on was you have to know your budget and when to know when to go full-time and part-time. So when you want to go full-time, you have to make sure that Herbalife matches or succeeds your check at your job. And that will allow you to protect yourself and your family at cost. Because I don't know, do any of us have kids here? Zadie, you have kids, right? So any parents on here, like, I can relate. I'm an auntie, so I know how it is, like, when my sister can't afford something, and it just hurts me. It just hurts to see my sister not be able to provide for my nieces and my nephews like that. And she'll ask me for a little money here and there, and I don't have a problem with it because it's for them, for their school, or whatever they need to do for the events. But I don't mind. But I'm super grateful for Herbalife for allowing me to give money from my check or all the retail sales that I'm getting to provide for my niece and for my nephew. That was just like a great feeling that I had over this weekend. Also, never put in a position where you cannot protect yourself. So never go full time if your finances aren't stable. So you don't want to go full time and then you're like, shit, I can't afford to do this anymore. And always protect your distributors. Your distributors will lead you and hold you accountable for your goals, and make sure that your distributors want to see you win, and so you guys can all win together. Let me see, what else did she say? She said a whole lot of stuff. Let me see. Oh, so I wrote down like my financial goal, like how much like I would need to make to go full time, and that's $7,000 a month for me to go full time in Herbalife. That way I'm protected and I have nothing to worry about or ever had to look back on getting another 40-hour work week ever again. So how do we create money? Is creating volume. So volume is everything. So volume will predict where you're going to go and how much your check is going to be. So how do you get volume? One is your results. And ask yourself, like, are you in the best shape for you? You don't have to have the perfect idea body. You don't have to have a 6-pack. You don't have to be down 100 pounds. You don't have to have the biggest butt or the biggest chest in the world to make money. As long as you are in the best shape of yourself and you share the way that you feel and you are being relatable to your results, then you will for sure get clients over clients over clients over clients. And that will create more volume and more money into your pocket. And when you're getting new results, your team is going to get new results because your team is going to duplicate exactly what you are going to do. Because if you don't get results, if I'm not getting new results and helping be like, well, Manny's not getting new results, I'm good. I don't have to get new results since she's not getting results. And it just creates like, it's okay to not grow. It's okay to not be better than I was yesterday. I can just stay here and it's fine. It's okay because everyone else is staying. No one else is growing. Also, yeah, you are the best billboard in your business. You are representing yourself and you are representing Herbalife and you are representing your business. So however you are representing Herbalife is how you're going to be representing your team. Also, always be attractive so people are coming to you for an invitation. So, I've had a lot of clients, I'm sure you guys, a lot of people ask you, and Jerry says this all the time, which is so true. People ask you about Herbalife because they like what they see in you. They want to look like you, or they want to feel like the way that you feel. They want to be happy like you. They want to be motivated like you. They want to have the energy that you have every day because you're having the tea and the lift off and the aloe, whatever it is. They are watching you, and whether or not you don't see it, but there are people watching you that you don't even know. So it's like always be consistent, always share, no matter what, because you never know who you're going to impact. You're really impacting so many lives that you don't even know. I had people from. I had someone from. Where are they from? I had someone from Texas who me and they've been watching me. They just recently followed me, and they've been following me for about 3 weeks now. And now they're interested in learning about what I do with Herbalife. That's pretty dope. And I never met this person in a day of my life. And I was just talking to Sandy about that too. She lives in Kansas. I've never met Sandell in the day of my life. We just kept like great relationships with each other and kept connecting with each other. And she was been my client for so long, for over a year, almost 2 years, became a PM, and now she's a distributor, and she already got her first 2 clients plus more, and then she wants to do the challenge with us. Like, that was pretty dope. Another one she said, also, does your organization have the best physical results? Does your team have the best physical results? Because no results, no organization. And does your clients have the best results? You have to make sure that your clients are getting the best results that they are getting, because those clients are going to become your best distributors. And I could pick up on that. Sandel was a client of mine. She became a distributor. Josefina was a client of mine. She became a distributor. And Helica was a client of mine. She became a distributor. Carlos was a client of mine. He became a distributor. Tango wasn't a distributor of mine, but I made him a shake for the first time. And then he signed up as a distributor under Angelica. But yeah, that's all I have to say before I take over the call. I'll stop.
That was joke. That was a whole listen. If you didn't get any, if you didn't get nothing from that, then you know what I'm saying. We got to do something different. The biggest things that I got from the event was building relationships with people. Because at the end of the day, people don't want to just be approached like, yo, buy my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be cool with people. A lot of the people that I've brought into the business, I knew them in some form before they actually signed up. It's not like it was just like, oh, buy my shit. Okay, you don't want to buy it. Okay, it's bad. Like, it's cool. Like, see what I got going on. I'm regular. You're going to see me around. Let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do the damn thing together. The next thing that I got from it was actually what I always be saying, but it's just different when you hear somebody on the press team side speak it, is that get back to the basics of using the products, wearing the brand, and overall talking to people. Like, that was the biggest thing, where it was just like, if you're not talking to people, you're not doing the business, like, at the end of the day. And it was just like so much validation, just because I know I say that all the time, and I know, like, it might be repetitive, but it's just like, that's just the reality of it. So posting on Instagram is great. You know what I'm saying? Those things are awesome, but talk to people face to face and let them know what's going on. Be a representative. Wear that button. When they ask, be ready for the opportunity. And the other part of that is, how much are you doing that? How much effort are you putting behind that? Are you doing it one day, or are you doing it 5 days? Are you doing one post on Instagram, or are you doing 3 posts on Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But one quick thing that she has said was documented volume. So basically, to how you grow your royalties, right? More documented volume. So documented volume is a result of the hard work. It qualifies you for vacations. It helps you move up the marketing plan. And it's obviously a contingent of you growing your business. So obviously, if you got way more volume, you're either making a lot of retail sales, you get more clients, you either have a lot of PMs and they signing up and ordering products, or you either got distributors doing volume and getting them paid, right? And just like Jim Rohn was saying, you can become wealthy if you can help your people get paid. So obviously, the people has to be putting in the effort behind it. But essentially, if you show enough people the opportunity on how to get paid themselves, you will then in turn become wealthy doing that. And have goals for your documented volume. So it's like, listen, are you going to have 5 frontline senior consultants? Yeah, if you do that, that's 2,500 right there. You already qualifying for your full 5% just by people. Listen, the $2,500 senior consultant royal or wholesale check, that's a lot of money. Okay, $125 per senior consultant. That's how much dollars you're getting. You know what I'm saying? 125. So if you got 5 people that hit senior consultant, you already know that's on the wholesale check, not including the royalties, not including the other people that's past senior consultant that's not a supervisor yet. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, listen, if you can continuously push senior consultant frontline all month long, all year long, dude, you'll have a lot of personal volume and a lot of growth that will therefore in turn have you qualify VIP, have you start qualifying for vacations within Herbalife corporate and within the organization, like going to wherever we're supposed to be going, the qualification for after extravaganza. I think we're going to somewhere like the Bahamas or something like that, or some Dominican Republic or some shit like that. I don't know. He hasn't announced it yet. But those things, pushing senior consultant, pushing PMs, pushing higher volume, doing more face-to-face, getting more results, will allow those things to happen. Sit in VIP, having your team see you sit VIP, them sit in VIP. Because if you got your team sitting VIP with you, that means your royalties is already going. Because if they sit in VIP, they obviously got to be a supervisor, right? So if your people sit in VIP, you got royalties, you got a team. It's popping. You got it, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to set that standard first. You got to be able to go for it first, right? And shoot for it. Like, even if you're shooting for 10K and you end up at 7,500, you're all right. You good. So yeah, that's that. So the call, or not the call, LDW is super dope. The next event is STS for NorCal. I can't speak for SoCal. I can't speak for Vegas at this point today, but I know for NorCal, the next event is May 4th.
SoCal is May 11th, but I'll be in NorCal. Ah.
Bet it. So it's going down. Yeah, May 4th is the next STS, so the tickets are available. Tickets for extravaganza also are available, so make sure you guys get those. Tango got his ticket. That's awesome. I believe in Helica. I think she got hers too. That's awesome. So pretty much, she want to let nice, definitely. Pretty much everybody on the call, I think, I don't think, not Zadie, I know she didn't contribute yet. I know Sandell didn't contribute yet, and Andrew, but people on the call, people not on the call as well, have contributed to the Airbnb, so we're all going to go to Extravaganza. I know Marisol contributed. She's on the call. And I can't remember everybody right now, but I do have a list. So besides that, though, right, for everybody that hasn't contributed on the call, that wants to go to Extravaganza, right, that needs somewhere to stay. So I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say this in the future, right, is that if you want to, the availability we have about, in the current Airbnb, I want to say we have about 4 more spaces, 3 to 4 more spaces. I actually have to look to be certain, right? So I believe the price was, what was it? I believe it was like $179, something like that, total. Something like that. It was like 180, 179.
170 total.
170 total between.
But that was because we said there's 10 guaranteed like beds, spaces to sleep in, like not a couch or a floor. So we said the first 10 people to pay you a deposit of $85 were guaranteed a place to sleep. That doesn't include the extra sleeping spaces.
Right, exactly. So for the first 10 that actually, exactly what she said, we'll get the bed space. And then, but the house is big enough, obviously, for people to have sleeping bags. But I'm not saying like, oh, you got to get them a sleeping bag. Like, if enough people come, if we as a group recruit more people, and they're like, yeah, we're going to Extravaganza, we also obviously have the opportunities to get another house, right, or something, Airbnb. I just looked today. The prices is not that bad for, a space, but it's just not as close as where we're at now. But my point in saying it is for the rest of the house space that we have for people to sleep in sleeping bags or on the floor, double up in the beds, whatever the case may be, is going to be somewhere in that range where you can deposit money into it. And we'll obviously have to spread it out through everybody so everybody is a fair price or whatever the case may be. But it's going to be like 3 or 4 more people. So for Zadie, Sandell, Andrew, Josefina, did you pay? Okay, bet, for sure. And I know everybody else paid. But for like Essence, Rain, I know Raina paid as well. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't even name people because I don't know. I got to look at the list. But for everybody that wants to go to Extravaganza in July, the dates is, damn it, what's the dates? July, I'm telling us.
July 24th to the 26th to 28th.
So listen, the actual event is from the 26th through the 28th. The actual event is the 26th through the 28th, but the Airbnb is booked from the 24th through the 29th. So anybody who wants to arrive from any time between the 24th and the 26th, it's available to do that. But the event is that weekend, the last weekend in July. So with that being said, what does that look like going to Extravaganza? It's about 90 days away. That's a 90-day plan that we can all work, right? So if you haven't written your 90-day plan yet, we're about to get into it right now. So the 90-day plan is something that we're going to be able to do. That's going to be able to increase our business. That's going to be able to increase our income. That's going to be able to allow growth in our business going into the biggest event of the year, which is Extravaganza. Extravaganza! So it's about to be crazy. So it's going to be in New Orleans. It's going to be lit. It's going to be stupid. And we want to be recognized for what we got going. We want to come deep. We want to come like a big ass gang because that's what's going on. So you don't want, of course, you don't want to come by yourself, right? You don't want to come as a solo distributor, even though that's okay if you do. But listen, we're saying now, we don't want to come by ourselves. We want to be able to bring downline with us. So therefore, in turn, what are we going to be doing? What kind of actions will we be taking to be able to create this going into this 90-day plan, going into Extravaganza? One, we actually have to offer the opportunity, right, to people and make it attractive. So when we're going out, as we all say, wearing the button, being attractive, showing our results on social media, using and abusing the products, right, letting people know about the opportunity, building relationships with people and letting them know that, hey, this is going on, this is what's possible. Starting a fit club in your area, starting a nutrition club in your area, start doing the online challenges, right? Being active in the group chat. First of all, listen, I'm glad that I just said that. Can we commit as a team? Can we do this as a team? I know we can do this, right? Let's do this, okay? It ain't nothing big. As a team, everybody post at least twice in the Get Right in the client chat. At least twice. Because listen, it's people in there that be watching. They told me, like, listen, you said that the chat was going. It's only going sometimes. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to fix that for you. We as a whole, as distributors, are not providing, just like Tango said, just like he said, or just like Blair Murphy said, enough value for our people. Because listen, I have people that are not in the Bay Area that I have never, just like Amanda said, that I have never seen in my life, that are in the chat that need support. Because listen, I gained weight. I never had to lose weight. I was never one of those people that's like, listen, I need to lose 10 pounds. I'm not looking right. I was never that. So for the girl that I got in Texas that needs to lose 30, I need somebody that needs to support her, because my story don't necessarily resonate, but somebody else's does. Raina lost 62 pounds. She can inspire her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I give her motivation. Yes, I give her the tips. Yes, I'm her coach, but there's somebody that needs to be able to relate to her. So if we can commit to that as a group, we'll help everybody's business. Because what about the guy, just for example, Bridget has a guy, Thomas. We was just talking about Thomas, how they're different and how he needs to get results, right? I have similar results to what Thomas may be able to get. Bridget can never get the results that Thomas want to get. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going for my goals, I can inspire Thomas. Helping everybody's business. You see what I'm saying? You know how many girls that hit me up talking about they want to grow their butt? You think I'm going to be the one that's going to inspire them to grow their butt like that? No. But we got a lot of people on here that want to grow their butt. How many people on this call want to grow their butt? Listen, you ain't got to raise your hand. I already know. I be seeing y'all on the gram. I be seeing y'all on the gram. But listen, though, the point of the matter is, let's commit to add more value to the group chat. Can we do that? Raise your hand if we can do that. Post twice. It don't got to be, you feel me, fitness. It could be the shake. It could be a meal. It's lonely when you the only one that posts at one time and nobody follow it up. Like, damn, like, I know y'all seen it. Everybody that see it, go see it. But it's like, listen, I'm just not gonna reply nor post something to follow it up. So let's make it lit. Let's add, let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Because for a lot of us, we don't have a nutrition club in our local area. So therefore, in turn, the chat is our nutrition club. It always got to be lit. So they talking about, like, listen, you got to get in this chat. It's popping. How you get in the chat? You got to get on the products. Listen, I need to get on the products, because she talking about she getting recipes, she getting workouts, and she can't look better than me. What's up? Referrals. That's referrals. The chat is a system that retains and also can produce if it's lit. But if it's not lit, we ain't doing nothing. It's actually a downfall if it's not lit. That's the mentality we got to have about it. So let's all commit to at least posting twice. And when I say twice, it ain't like back to back. You feel me? Like morning, night, or morning, afternoon, night. You feel me? Just not back. Oh, I posted twice. Like, no, like give it a quality post. Take some time for your business and give a quality post. Take that, you feel me, before you eat your meal, step back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, it may not have to be all of that, but you know what I'm saying? Give it some form of effort. Because at the end of the day, you want to look good in front of your people. Because imagine if Zadie posts something in the chat and I'm like, oh yeah, there's something, boom, I'm just throwing the extra on it. You know what I'm saying? For her clients that's in the chat, they're going to be like, yeah, she know what she's talking about. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So let's all do that, right? Let's all become great. Let's all become greater health coaches. Let's shape our overall game, right? So we can get more playing time, so we can get more clients, so we can get more volume, so we can get more team members. Amanda just said a lot of y'all was her clients beforehand. You see what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's create more. Let's duplicate down more. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for that. Shit, playing around. Bet. I was going to say something else. I got some more stuff to say. I thought it was going to be shorter than this, but you know what? It's whatever. Okay, yeah, back to extravaganza. So that was all. That was all a lead off of extravaganza. But so about, 3 to 4 spaces for the house. Do more so we can be okay as far as financially going into extravaganza so they can celebrate us, right? bring in more people so we can get another house. But of course, if people want to come to the extravaganza and they're like, listen, I don't want to necessarily be in the house, I'm going to do my own thing, that's okay. Just come to extravaganza. That's the whole point, because it's about to be done. It's going to be stupid. For those who've never been, a lot of y'all never been, it's going to be amazing, right? And it's going to be a way better experience than my first extravaganza, because we're all going with our own people. You know what I'm saying? Our people. For me, it was like, listen, I was in a room with 8 girls in a 2-bedroom hotel. It was not cool. So for you guys, the situation will be way better. Airbnb, room over here, you know what I'm saying, in the French Quarter, whatever it's called. I don't know where it's at. It's like 10 minutes away from the event, so it's going down. Save $5 a day during your 90-day plan. So you can have $450 saved up, plus your retail, plus your wholesale, plus your royalties, right? So when you go to extravaganza, you financially cool with your bills taken care of, so you can enjoy the weekend. You can be present in the moment without having to worry about whatever when you get back home. You know what I'm saying? Or you feel like you cheating or burning yourself by being at extravaganza, because that's the worst. You don't want to feel like that, because then it's going to be like, oh, I ain't feeling it. I'm not here for the event. I'm damn near mad that I came. Like, that's not what you want to eat. You don't want to be eating PB&J in New Orleans. You don't want to be eating PB&J. You want to be eating crawfish. You know what I'm saying? You want to be eating, you know what I'm saying, Louisiana chicken. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, listen, do yourself a favor and start on the front end and be all right. No alligator for me. But if that's how you get down, that's how you get down. And be talking to people about extravaganza and let them know, like, yo, I'm about to go to extravaganza for this big-ass Herbalife event. It's going to be 30,000 people there. You need to come on. It's about to be me and the gang. And build hype around the event, because the hype that you give, because this is the thing, people don't know what extravaganza is. Regular people outside of Herbalife, when you're going to be talking about it, they're going to be like, you know what I'm saying, what's the deal? You got to make it relatable and cool. Obviously, you let them know it's a big-ass business event, but we're going to New Orleans. We're traveling. We about to do this shit. It's about to be hella fun. And we're going to be talking about how to make money and all the new shit to come, yada, 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 right? So build the hype around it when you're talking to people. And what was the next thing? We're doing a challenge. What day is the challenge? The 22nd? The online challenge is the 22nd? Bet. Okay, listen, check it out. I'm saying this now because I know there was somebody obviously, it was somebody that did not pay the money that they said they was going to pay. Whatever, it's cool. At this point going forward, if you are going to do the challenge, right now it's a $50 buy-in for the coaches, right? So let's just be clear about this, right? And somebody correct me, because I'm not the most, what I'm saying, about the challenges. But listen, as far as I know, that we decide what the pot is, whatever the pot may be, right? So if it was 450, right, what did we say? It was 9 coaches on the last call, each put in $50. So at that point, if we say it's however many coaches and every coach agrees, if you don't put in, that requires the people that did put in to actually come out more, right? More out of their pocket, which is not cool, right? Obviously, we want to keep the integrity. We want to be cool. We obviously don't want to be like, they didn't contribute to the challenge or whatever, and we don't want to create no type of nothing within inside of our group. Never, right? We always want to keep it cool. So therefore, in turn, going forward, we all got to commit to actually keeping the integrity high, keeping the challenges going correctly and for being what they say. So going forth, right, obviously, and this is what it's been, each coach will pay $50, just so we're clear, and so everybody that's watching this call in the future will know. For challenges that we're doing online, each coach will pay $50 that commits to actually doing the challenge. That money will most likely go to Amanda, because it's always been going to her the whole time. That money will go to Amanda and she'll hold it. For however many coaches it is, that's the pot. Now, with you paying your $50, you are now allowed to go get as many people as you can or as you want to inside of the challenge for whatever one of the 2 options are that they can enter with you. At this point today, it is you either they pay you $50 and they get a small tea and a box of Liftoff or aloe, whatever you want to do, or they can get on the full program and be in the challenge. One of those 2 options. That is how that's going to work, and it doesn't matter how many people you get, because you pay the $50 that's going to go towards the grand prize of more than likely the top 3 winners. So therefore, in turn, if you are going to do the challenge, you at that point immediately need to, within 24 hours, because I understand, within 24 hours, give the money to Amanda or the designated person, and then we'll go forth with the challenge, and it's going to be gravy. So that's how that's going to go. So if you are going to do the challenge, and I'll actually post this in the chat just so everybody can see it, because I know there's people not on the call right now. If you're going to do the challenge, we'll type it, I'm such and such is going to do the challenge. Boom. Within 24 hours, send the money to Amanda, right? And she'll confirm it. So that's how we're going to go forth. And so we're not going to have no issues going forth with the challenges. So, boom, moving on to that. The 22nd, when is that? Next Monday? Is that when that is? Somebody tell me. Next Monday. So we got a week. We got 8 days to get it cracking. So promote the challenge, right? And we'll announce the pot. We're not going to announce the pot until, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when's a good time whenever everybody commits to doing the pot or commits to paying the $50, right? But get as many people as you can in the challenge, right? And obviously we're going to continue to use the same group chat unless we're going to do something different. More than likely we're going to use the same one. And then when the challenge starts, obviously keep the intentions high, keep the momentum high in the challenge. Obviously by us posting twice a day a week before, we're already going to be in the habit. But obviously during the challenge, post a little bit more because it's people in there playing for money. You know what I'm saying? There's people in there that want to have the actual competition level, that want to actually, be feeling like they're doing a challenge, because that's what we have to offer as coaches. But if we over here not making it all nonchalant, not posting for a day in a challenge, it look weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? And it discredits what we do. And we don't want to discredit what we do because obviously we're doing this for the long run, right? So let's play at that level from now on. You know what I'm saying? Can we agree? Raise your hand if you agree to that. Bet. Awesome. So, okay, I see the unity. Awesome. It's a little late, but okay, bet it. Anyway, so that's starting tomorrow morning. And that is pretty much it that I got for you guys today. All questions are good questions, though, if anybody has any questions about anything. Was that clear about the challenge? Was everybody understands the one of two ways that people can enter with you? Yes, you pay your $50. Yes, extravaganza is coming up. Yes, buy your ticket for $90 before you have to pay $175 at the door. Yes. We can talk about the qualifications next week. The checks drop, though. Before we forget that, the checks drop. Who got their check? I know I got mine. It was awesome. Who wants to get a check? I'm going to tell you what you guys can do right now to get a check next month. I can tell you what you guys can do today and going forth the rest of April so you can get a check in May. I'm going to tell you. Get some preferred members and obviously get them and have them order products, right? Get some preferred members and get some distributors that's getting some volume. So you become a better leader, right? And also, when I also say that, it's not always on you. When people don't do certain things. But whatever the case is, you become a better leader, you get distributors, you get them paid, that'll help. Have your supervisors build their team. That'll help on the check. Those are the three things that you can do at this point. None of us are any tabs even higher, so those are the three ways that we can have a check next week or next month. So do those things if you want to check next month. Including, and that's totally separate from you getting your own clients. That's separate. That's a check next month. That's nothing to do with you getting that $100 tomorrow. That's got nothing to do with you getting that $50 for them products so they can enter the challenge. That's got nothing to do with you doing a shake party and getting people to come in at your house or wherever you want to do it at. That has nothing to do with you doing face-to-face and you getting people to get in the challenge and you getting them on programs. That has nothing to do with that. So let's get to it, man. 90 days. Write your 90-day plan out. If you want me to hold you accountable, if you want me to advise you to do a 90-day plan or how to set yours up personally, we could talk. Call me, text me. We can set that up. But I guarantee if you work hard for 90 days going into extravaganza, your extravaganza experience will be a lot better than if you just walk into it regularly. Like if you come in with momentum, I'm telling you, that shit will change your life. it can be a life-changing moment, or it could be like, damn, I'm mad I came out here and spent hella money. Like, yo, it could be cracking. But you got to work hard now. Like, it is no time to play. Like, now. So if you need to call me, or you need to call your sponsor, or you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to do whatever you need to do so you can get right, so we can go forth with this 90 days as we going into the bigger part of our organization and the bigger part of our lives and the bigger parts of our business. Then, you know what? Do what you need to do, and let's get it popping. Other than that, though, I'm going to see y'all, man. Let's get to it.